Is World War III right at our doorstep? What would happen if this global catastrophe starts today? Witness the terrifying reality of a world in ruins. Imagine waking up one morning, and the world is no longer the same. News channels are flashing one shocking headline everywhere. World War III has begun. Fighter jets are flying over major cities. People are panicking, and governments are preparing for war. Panic spreads across the world within minutes. Millions of people rush out of their homes, trying to understand what is happening. Stock markets begin to crash, and the global economy starts shaking. In major cities like New York, traffic fills every road as people desperately try to escape the chaos. The world is suddenly on the edge of uncertainty. Tensions between the world's most powerful nations are higher than ever, especially between the United States, China, and Russia. Military competition and political rivalry are increasing every year. Experts warn that even a small conflict could escalate into a massive global war. History tells us something important. World War I also started from a relatively small event. So the question is no longer just imagination, it's a possibility. But the wars of today would be very different from the past. Modern warfare includes hypersonic missiles, drone armies, cyber warfare, and the most dangerous weapon of all, nuclear weapons. A single nuclear explosion could destroy an entire city within seconds. Experts warn that if nuclear war begins between major powers, billions of people could be at risk. If World War III were to start, the effects would reach far beyond the battlefield. It would not only affect soldiers and military forces, but also billions of ordinary people around the world. One of the first major consequences could be global food shortages. Many countries today depend heavily on imported food. If a large war breaks out, international trade routes could be disrupted. Ships carrying wheat, rice, and other essential food supplies might stop moving. As a result, food prices could rise dramatically, and some regions might even face famine. Another serious issue would be energy and electricity shortages. Modern cities rely heavily on electricity to function. Power plants, oil facilities, and gas pipelines could become strategic targets during wartime. If these infrastructures are damaged, many cities might experience long power outages, affecting hospitals, transportation systems, and daily life. There is also the risk of cyber warfare. Unlike previous wars, modern conflicts often involve large-scale cyber attacks. Countries might try to disable each other's internet systems, communication networks, and satellites. This could lead to widespread internet disruptions, making it difficult for people to access information or communicate with others. The global economy would also suffer severely. Stock markets could crash, international businesses might shut down, and millions of people could lose their jobs. Supply chains that deliver goods across the world could collapse, causing shortages of everyday products. Some experts believe that if the world's most powerful nations were involved directly in a global conflict, the planet could enter a kind of modern dark age for several years. Technology might slow down, economic systems could struggle to recover, and everyday life could become much more difficult for people around the world. However, despite these frightening possibilities, there is still hope. Many countries today understand the devastating consequences of global war. Because of this, world leaders often try to solve conflicts through diplomacy, negotiations, and international agreements, instead of military action. Organizations like the United Nations regularly work to reduce tensions between countries and encourage peaceful solutions. Diplomatic talks, economic cooperation, and global alliances often play a key role in preventing conflicts from escalating into full-scale wars. History has shown us that the cost of global war is incredibly high. The destruction caused by previous world wars affected millions of lives and reshaped the world forever. Because of those lessons, Many nations today are cautious about entering direct conflict with one another. Still, the question remains: could World War III really happen in the future? Or will humanity learn from the past and choose the path of peace, cooperation, and stability instead? The future of the world may depend on the decisions made by global leaders and the choices humanity makes in the years ahead. So what do you think? Will the world face another global war, or will peace prevail?